Just going out the yard for a minute. Yesterday I put a video up, you know, chickens and a veggie garden. Well, we don't have our chickens anymore. What happened, yesterday morning, Christopher woke up, something made noise in the yard. He got up, he had a look, he came out here and he had a look. And he come down and he checked on the chickens and he said the chickens were okay. But after he went back to bed, we had a fox enter the yard. Now, I'd say it's coming from over here because the fence palings have been pushed off. Now I'll just show you. Yeah, I don't know how a fox can fit through those gaps, but somehow it did. Maybe it jumped over the fence. I really don't know. But we haven't got any chickens left. We only had the 3 chickens. And they're gone. There was a stack of feathers around the yard, but only enough feathers for 1 bird, not 3 birds. So I don't know what happened to the other 2 birds. We looked around the yard, we looked under the house, we looked around, and we looked around, and we looked around. But yeah, we got no chickens. Fox got in here, inside there, and massacred our chickens. Took our chickens. Oh well. But you know, these things happen. But Christopher got extremely upset because he was really fond of the chickens. You know, no chooks. This was left open accidentally. Alright, we don't normally slide that over, but as you can see, the mess of feathers. So the fox come in, up the ramp, attack the chooks in there. Yeah, I'll just get a bit of feather in my mouth. So that's it. Our chooks are gone. And as I said, Christopher was extremely upset. So we come out and we come out, cleaned up as many of the feathers as possible. And Christopher didn't want to go to school at first, you know, because he was extremely upset. Anyway, after a little bit of time, Jordan got up out of bed and we told her what happened, and she was upset too. But both of the kids still went to school. It's actually rather boring without the chickens. We used to come out here. We'd come out here and the chickens would follow us around and so on. It's kind of boring now, actually. There's sort of like there's an empty spot. But we will get more chickens. No doubt. We will get more chickens. I said to the kids, we'll get some more chickens. Alright. We'll dismantle this and we'll build. Hang on, just gotta flip that over. We'll dismantle this. This was only a temporary thing anyway. The chickens are supposed to go down here. In this here, this area here. A few car parts, yeah, differentials, some branches that I cut down from, well, I didn't cut down, I cut them up from a couple of trees we had in the backyard that fell down, but I'll get this cleaned up. So we're going to put a new coop in here. That over there will be all blocked off, right up to the fence line. We'll put a fence in just here with a gate. Get rid of this old shed. Remove, we'll do away with the wheels and what have you in there and containers and stuff, and get all this cleaned up, get rid of it all. I can't really sell this stuff. It's if I get to sell it, I'll actually lose money because I've advertised it so much for so long that actually anything I get for it will be I'd go backwards. Anyway, so, and I feel for mainly Christopher, because he was the most upset, and he actually cried, and his face was red and so on, but what do we do? And I said to Christopher, I said, it's just part of life, and it's not nice and it's unfair, and I explained to him, that if the chickens could have fought back, they would have. But chickens are chickens, and of course the dominant animal takes over. So, this morning he come out here. I think he only come to the veranda, and he had a look, and he was not happy. He wasn't upset like yesterday, but he just wasn't happy. You could see it. He wasn't happy at all. So we'll get that built over there, and we'll build a chicken Fort Knox. And when I said that to him last night, and Jordan too, they were happy about it. But yeah, they looked out here last night out the yard, and there was no chickens. No chickens whatsoever. It's rather boring. Most people that don't have chickens they just don't quite get it. Chickens sort of, they give you that something, if you don't have cats and dogs, and we've had cats and dogs, but chickens are good, They're fun, you can pat them, you can do with them, you can do stuff with them, and they follow you around, and, and they come up, and they're sort of like different, you can sit down, like I can sit here on the side of my motorcycle trailer, just here, like I'm doing now, and they'll come over, they'll hang around your feet, you can give them a pat, and if you get a bit of grain or bread, and they'll come over and take it from your hand, and so on. And now we're kind of missing it. It's kind of boring, really. And Amanda, she's not happy still, She says this morning she comes out here and it's not the same. It's not the same. And it's really funny. She didn't want chickens. She never really wanted chickens. But now that she's had a couple of chickens, she's kind of misses them. Well, I suppose we all get that like that. Anyway, so like I said, I'll get that area over there all cleaned up, and we'll build a secure area for the chooks. That'll go in there because that's where the chooks used to go in there and roost, and we'll do it differently. What more can I say? It's like an empty hole in our lives at the moment, but life still goes on. We've all lost animals at one stage in our lives, and yes, we're all unhappy about it, but there's always tomorrow. So I walk around the yard here, and even I miss them. Come out, have a bit of fun with them. Well, don't play with them, but they come around, they hang around you, and they just bring enjoyment. to your life. Yeah, so anyway, so Christopher's got a little bit of a vendetta against foxes. He said to Amanda this morning, to his mum, Amanda, he says, I want to kill a fox because it killed our chickens. Well, we are going to do something about the fox, because if the fox isn't dealt with, it'll be back. You know, whether it'll be back, and it'll be back multiple times. I have to fix all the fences, have to find any of the holes around the yard, and we only really got that. Oh, there's one hole at the front of the house under the veranda. I think maybe come in there. I didn't give that a thought. I just sort of realised then. But anyway, but so now, because we're into archery, and Christopher wants me to get the fox call going and sit out here early hours in the morning and call one in, and hopefully that's the one. But I won't do that. Not here. There's a right place to go and do that, to dispatch the foxes in the state of Victoria. Here in Australia, they're offering $10 a mask, I think it is, because foxes are a problem. There's, you know, you can't see from here. Even if I showed you even if I pushed the camera over, I'll give you a bit of an idea. Just over the top of the garage roof there is that, through the gum trees, you'll see there's a hill. I know this is only a GoPro, so it's not very good, but just on the other side of the gum trees is the creek line. We call it the forest because it's got a track along there that we walk on. We're not going down there at the moment because it's infested with snakes, but on the other side is farms, and they have sheep, and of course they will always be on fox guard for the sheep, you know, especially when it's lambing, you know, and I'm sure they have lots of sheep or lambs that go missing. But as I look around, no chickens. We miss them, but unfortunately it's just part of life. You know, that's it for now, guys. Nothing more I can add to this, but we will get some more chickens, and when we do the new cage over there for the chickens, we'll run a video doing it and what we do to build a new cage and stuff like that. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, cheers, bye.